Hi, welcome, hello. Day 5, elevate. Elevating your knowledge, elevating your thinking so that you receive more of what you want with ease. There is an effortless way to do life. It doesn't have to be a hard, long, drawn out process. It can be quite simple, and it is quite simple. There are 4 levels of consciousness. And when I first started this and I had my first call with one of Bob's coaches, he said, "Oh, Polly, you're quite an unconscious competent." And I'm like, okay, I don't understand what that means. And I learnt from Bob along the way what they all were. And although I was an unconscious competent in some areas, I was a conscious incompetent in a lot of areas. So it was about changing those things. So I'll just explain all these levels to you. So first of all, it's unconscious or unconsciously incompetent. And you're like, what the? Well, yeah, you don't know what you don't know. So you're not consciously aware of how you can create your own life and how you can live the life that you want to live. Just thinking of today's little thing that you can put in the chat. Maybe you can put in a lobster. Let's do lobsters today, just for something completely different. So unconscious, incompetent. You don't know what you don't know, and you just keep doing the same thing over and over again, hoping for a different result, and it not coming and getting frustrated with life, yeah? A lot of us have been there and probably still are there. And at moments still can be there even when you are an unconscious competent. Then the next level is consciously incompetent. So conscious incompetence. So you understand this, you've learnt this, you've been in my group or you've come along and you've learnt about the law of attraction, you've learned about the laws of the universe. Like, there's one thing that a lot of people will just say, yes, gravity, they understand gravity. And that is a law of the universe. Nobody argues about it because you can see it. If I drop my AirPods, they are going to go to the ground because gravity is going to take them. But we're not taught about what the other laws are, like the law of attraction, the law of cause and effect, the law of vibration. Whatever you put out there has to come back. Like Albert Einstein taught us that energy going out is going to attract back the same energy, the same like energy. So we can get that, but we don't understand it within ourselves. So, and our thoughts are the most powerful things that there is. Your thoughts will travel through anything. They'll travel through a brick wall. Like, I am so sure that some of you out here have thought about a person and then that person's rung you pretty quickly, or you've gone to dial their number and they're calling you. Your thought has like gone out in a millisecond, reached them, and you have both got onto the same thing. I have received presents, like thought about somebody and then I receive a present from somebody 7 or 10 days later and you think, oh, I wonder when I thought about them, were they posting that or wrapping that up or putting it in the bag, and I picked up on that thought. So understand your thoughts are so powerful. And so when you reach the place of conscious incompetence, so you understand all this, you know all this, but you're not using it. You're doing the same thing that you've always done. You're talking about the things that you don't want. You are bringing in the things that you don't want, and you're frustrated with life. Conscious, incompetent. You're not using this. You know this, but you're not using it. And then you get to conscious competence. So you're consciously aware of how this all works, and you are consciously changing your thinking and doing things to get the result that you want. This is what I help people to get to. Number 1 stage, conscious competence. So when I think about thinking into results, we are using that program to begin to bring you consciously aware of what to do so that you can competently create your life. And then from there, you go from unconscious competence. So you understand all this, it is programmed in, just like you brushing your teeth is. You're like, okay, I know exactly what to do to get what I want, and you can just unconsciously go about your day knowing that it's being created and it's getting done. This is the effortless way. This is how you can do life so much easier. You just think about the end result and what you want. You align with it energetically. So that means you feel at ease with it. And sometimes you can want a big goal. Like I told you on the first day, go and get yourself a really big goal. Get that fantasy. There will be a little bit of a wobble in you. They'll be like, I just don't know how this is going to happen. Or maybe you've had people tell you over and over and over again in your life that you're no good at this, or you never finish anything you start, or every time you get really close, something bad happens and it takes you 10 steps back. Or I keep picking the same type of man, that was me. Or I just keep doing this same thing and I don't know how to stop it. Like, you have been told some things about you that are just not true. They're not true. And they're other people's opinions. You do not have to accept other people's opinions. You can make your own opinions. Remember, we're putting lobsters in the chat today. I don't know why I chose lobsters. Maybe because I'm down here on the coast and I'm looking out there and I think I'm going to have lobsters while I'm here. Or I'm going to buy some on the way home because there was lots out there. And Maggie's going to tell me off for going off on a tangent to do on this live because, Polly, now I have to snip this. Sorry, Mags. So you are going to get told things throughout your life that are not true about you. They're so not true. You are infinite intelligence. You have something within you that nobody else has, and it wants to express itself. And tomorrow's live, we're going to talk about strengths and weaknesses. And I really want you to listen to what I say to you there tomorrow. Do I have a lobster? Oh, yes, I do. Thank you so much, Helen. Oh, I can't wait to meet you either. Oh, sorry, Mags. So, think about where you're at. Think about what stage you're at the moment. And then start to think about how can I talk to myself differently so that I can praise myself to get to that unconscious competent stage. Because you are going to remember all the negative things that people have said to you over your whole life in an instant. The good things will be fleeting. And it's just a fact. It's just the way that we've been conditioned. We always look at the negative. And we're always conditioned to think about the bad things that can happen. Anyway, it's crazy how they teach us this. Start to think about only what you want and start to align with it. If I already have this, how would I feel? You would feel at ease. There would be no resistance to it. So feel at ease now, knowing it's all happening because you are bloody amazing at what you do. Bloody amazing. All right, so figure out where you're at. Ask yourself where you want to get to. Everybody should want to get to unconscious competence so that they can just live the life of ease. And have some fun today. Fun is going to be the number one feeling of your goal, so go out and do that. Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye.